Your phone buzzes before your alarm does. $19 just hit your account overnight. You did not work for it. You were asleep for it. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will know the exact number where that $19 turns into your entire paycheck, where your money starts paying you instead of the other way around. It is 7:02 in the morning. You sit up in bed and stare at the number for a second longer than you need to, because $19 is small, but $19 is also the first money in your entire life that showed up without you trading a single hour for it. You're 24. You have $8,000 saved. 2 years of cutting Uber Eats, driving the car your parents gave you, saying no to the bachelor party in Cabo. Most people at 24 put that $8,000 into a car down payment or a vacation they forget by summer. You open a brokerage account instead. You buy a Dividend index fund. Boring name, boring ticker. Nobody at your job has heard of it, and you like it that way. At a 4% yield, $8,000 pays you $320 a year. That is your phone bill, your streaming subscriptions, and your gym membership. Covered for 12 months by money that never touched your paycheck. Your roommate sees the brokerage app open on your laptop. He laughs. He says $320 a year, that is one night out. You do not argue with him. You just close the laptop and go to work. 2 months later, your first dividend lands. You do not spend it. You click reinvest. The share count ticks up by a fraction nobody would notice but you. Your roommate spends his $320 that same week on a night out he does not remember. You remember your reinvest button. That is the whole difference, and neither of you can see it yet. You are 27. $40,000 sits in the account now, most of it your paycheck, some of it dividends you never touched. It pays you $1,600 a year. That is your car insurance for the entire year, paid by shares while you sleep. You're at your cousin's wedding that spring. Her new husband corners you at the bar and tells you about a stock paying 14% a year. He says he just put $20,000 into it. He says you would be crazy not to. You go home and pull the chart. The stock has fallen 55% in 18 months. The dividend looks massive because the price collapsed underneath it, not because the company is thriving. This is a yield trap, a lesson every dividend investor learns the hard way, or by watching someone else learn it. You text him one line. Be careful with that one. He sends back a thumbs up and buys more the following week. 4 months later, the dividend gets cut in half. The stock keeps falling. He stops posting about it. You keep your boring fund. You keep your $1,600. You are 30. $150,000. It pays you $6,000 a year, which happens to be almost exactly what the average American spends on groceries annually for one person. Every trip to the store paid in advance by money you already earned once and never spent. You walk through the checkout line on a Sunday and do the math in your head without meaning to. It has become a habit you cannot turn off. Your coworker leases a new truck that month. $68,000, $710 a month for 6 years. He shows everyone in the break room. You nod. You say it looks nice because it does. You do not mention that your 15-year-old sedan is paid off, that his truck costs him more every month than your entire dividend check for the year. You are not trying to win an argument. You are just not playing the same game. You are 33. $300,000. It pays you $12,000 a year, a full year of rent in most mid-sized American cities covered without lifting a finger. This is the point where the math stops feeling like a hobby and starts feeling like a second income. You still go to work Monday through Friday. Nobody at the office knows that your dividends alone now out-earn what you spent your entire first year out of college living on. Your sister buys a house that spring, the kind with a pool and a 3-car garage. The whole family goes to see it. Everyone is thrilled for her, and you are too. But you know something they do not talk about at the open house. Her mortgage is $4,100 a month. Property tax, insurance, and a pool that needs cleaning add another $600. You do the arithmetic quietly on the drive home. Her house costs more every single month than your dividends pay you in an entire year. And hers is a bill. Yours is a paycheck. You are 36. $500,000. It pays you $20,000 a year. This is the number financial planners have quoted for 30 years, the 4% rule. The line where a portfolio can theoretically fund a bare-bones life without ever touching the principal. You would not be comfortable on this alone, but you would not starve either. And that gap between comfortable and not starving is bigger than most people ever get to stand inside. Your manager stops by your desk on a Friday at 5:40, right as you're packing up. He needs you to stay late again, the third time this month. You used to say yes before you finish the sentence. This time you pause. 3 seconds, maybe 4. You still say yes because you like your job and the money is still good. But the yes now is a choice you are making, not a reflex you cannot control. And you notice the difference even if he does not. You are 40. $750,000. It pays you $30,000 a year, which is close to the median individual income in the United States, replaced entirely by ownership instead of hours. You sit down that year and actually run the number for your household. You and your partner spend roughly $65,000 annually, all in, mortgage included. Your dividends alone now cover nearly half of that without either of you working another day. You do not quit. You are not trying to prove anything by quitting early. But you notice for the first time that work has quietly become optional in a way it was not 5 years ago. The fear that used to sit underneath every performance review, every round of layoffs at the company down the street, has gotten smaller. Not gone, smaller. You are 44, $1.25 million. This is the number at a 4% yield that produces $50,000 a year, which is roughly what the Bureau of Labor Statistics lists as average annual spending for a single American in 2026. This is the actual answer to the question everyone types into a search bar late at night. How much do I need to live off dividends? $1.25 million invested at a conservative yield replaces an entire average income without you selling a single share. You open a tax calculator that night out of curiosity more than necessity. You type in $50,000 of qualified dividends, single filer, current tax brackets. The number that comes back for federal tax owed on that income is zero. Not low. Zero. The government taxes the wages your coworkers earn at their desk before it ever reaches their checking account. It does not touch qualified dividend income under roughly $48,000 for a single filer, and even above that line, the rate is far below ordinary income tax. You sit with that for a minute. You worked years of overtime that got taxed at close to a third. This income gets taxed at nothing. You are 48, $2 million. It pays you $80,000 a year, more than double the number that replaced an average income, without ever selling the shares that produce it. You read a headline that week that says most Americans believe they need close to $1.5 million saved to retire comfortably. You have already passed it. You are sitting at your kitchen table with your coffee, not because you are hiding this from anyone, but because nobody has thought to ask. You think back to 24, $8,000, a roommate laughing at $320 a year, a reinvest button nobody else noticed you clicking. 24 years is not the fast path. It is not the version of this that gets clipped into a 6-second hook about getting rich overnight. It is slower than that, and it is realer than that. Every dollar in this account came from patience compounding on top of patience, not from a single lucky call. So if you are asking the actual question, how much do you need invested to live off dividends? The honest answer depends on how you live. At a 4% yield, every $25,000 invested produces $1,000 a year. Want $30,000 a year, you need roughly $750,000. Want $50,000 a year, The number is 1.25 million. Want 80,000, it is 2 million. The formula does not change, only your number does. You are not chasing a stock that pays 14% and collapses in 18 months. You are not leasing a truck to look wealthy in a break room. You are doing the only thing that has ever reliably worked. You are buying ownership and you are leaving it alone year after year while everyone around you spends what they earn the moment it lands. Nobody at your job knows any of this. Nobody needs to. You are not doing this to be seen. You are doing this so that one morning, years from now, your phone will buzz before your alarm does, and the number on the screen will be bigger than anyone in that break room could imagine. And you will simply get up, make coffee, and start your day exactly like you always do.